Okay. Now that I've been sitting here maybe 10 minutes and staring the camera, saying nothing, I'm just planning to push the button to record. I don't know, I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, this would be a podcast about knitting and hand dyeing mostly, and probably about other crafts or handcrafting also, but mainly about knitting and hand dyeing. My name is Minna. I'm from Finland. I live in Helsinki with my 2 cats. And I've been thinking back and forth about starting a podcast because I've been following few years already the really active knitting community, like so many others, and then I just decided that I want to be more active part of it. And also I have to say this current COVID-19 situation has pushed me towards this decision to start recording because I feel quite isolated. I am nurse, not in a clinical work anyway, but in I answer the phone, and now that COVID hit us in maybe May 2019, all of us had to go work from home, and that's pretty much the situation still. And of course all other well, you know, you can't go anywhere, you cannot see people. Well, I live alone, so in many ways I suppose it has been easy for me. I don't have little children to homeschool or yeah, so in a way it has been easy for me, but the downside of that is that I don't know, I really feel that I live alone. Yeah, well, but I don't want that to sound too drastic. I'm okay, I'm healthy, I don't know, I just thought this would probably be a good time, I don't know, to expand my dear hobby to another level or something. So yeah, here we go. And yeah, if someone who happened to know me watches this and is wondering what the hell am I doing, there really is a lovely and active and really worldwide society of knitters, and knitting is not any granny thing to do. It's something else, and yeah. And why am I speaking English? Because my mother's language is, of course, or well, it's Finnish, but there is yeah, the society is international, and well, I follow some Finnish makers, of course, but most of them are from elsewhere because, well, Finland is a small country. There is 5 million of us, so we are a tiny little nation with our language that not many people understand, although I love my language very much. So yeah, that's why I'm going with English language. My podcast drink today is an energy drink. It's a bad habit of mine, but then again, people tell me that there are worse habits than drinking energy drinks, so yeah. Okay, so I thought I'm going to show some, of course, my knits and also some recent finished objects and also some of the yarn that I've been dyeing. At the moment I'm not selling the yarn, but I kind of would like to try. I don't know. So I don't know, maybe this is the first step, who knows. But yeah, I have my occupation as nurse and I'm not planning to keep it for now anyway. So yeah, let's get started. I have 4 works in progress, and I realized when I was laying everything here to my reach that 3 of them are scrap projects and only one is the sort of project that I really actually bought the yarn to make this certain project. Of course, I don't want to waste yarn, so scrap projects are of course, I don't know, I think you have to have them and they are nice, but I think it's funny that 3 out of 4 is a scrap project, but there you go. And yeah, maybe I start with with the not scrap project. I might be adding some kind of close-up photos because I kind of like editing and that sort of stuff also. So you may get a better view. I think the lighting is okay. It's snowing actually at the moment, and I think I have maybe 2 or 3 hours of daylight left, so let's hope this won't take that long. But anyway, I think you might get a better view of details and stuff. But let's see. Okay, the project is a sweater. It's a colorwork sweater. I have designed the color part myself, and I found a picture in the internet, and I'm not sure if this is stealing, but I took it. It's sort of well, there was a phrase that said "dare to be different," which is I don't know, sounds good to me. And then there was this text, and there were 4 or 5 birds sitting in a branch or something, and 4 of the birds were like, they were all okay. I'm just gonna put a picture, and then I made chart of it, and yeah, so yeah, I'm going to add those photos because it's going to be so much easier. I haven't knit this in a while, and it's going to take forever because I'm knitting it with a 2mm Addi circular needles, and the yarn is Dale Baby Wool. Dale Garn is the brand. It's 100% merino wool. It's superwash wool. I actually originally was planning make it non-superwash wool, but then I thought it's going to be so expensive, and this is kind of an experimental project, so I thought if it goes wrong, I don't know. I don't know. I went with triple wash, but 100% merino anyway, so it's going to be nice. If it's going to, yeah, if it's going to be something that I'm aiming for. But so far, it looks really nice. Here are my colors. And yeah, I hope the picture tells where I'm at. So there is this border in the bottom, and then there's going to be another border like somewhere here, and then there's the birds and there's the text. And yeah, my plan is to dye some of these lighter gray to some color. I'm not sure if it's going to be purple or I don't know, pink, but something different. And also I have to color a little bit of a black for the sunglasses. So I haven't done that yet, and the original plan was that the shirt would be kind of well, of course, not too colorful, really gray, and kind of that you don't maybe even spot that there is even a text or anything. It's just a colorwork sweater, like one of the million. But then I kind of like the idea that there is actually a text and some sort of message, and then these little spots of color. But I don't want it to be too, it cannot like, it cannot be too much. So I'm gonna have to do some testing what kind of color could it be. But I'm thinking that not variegated yarn, but straight one colored yarn. But we shall see. I think I have over 300 stitches on the needles, so it takes a while to knit even one round. Yeah, about the construction of the shirt, I don't really know. I'm kind of thinking that it would be a boxy style and not much because it's maybe I can show it. Well, there is a, yeah, so if I'm something like this, so it will be the style will be somewhat oversized. I might do a little like take few stitches in somewhere here, but I haven't decided yet. And yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to make the sleeves. Maybe just like separate sleeves. I'm not sure. It would probably be the most easiest thing to make a drop shoulder and then just like tubes. But I don't know yet. I kind of would like also the idea that it would be a little more fitted here, so that there would be actually a seams here, and then but also I would like kind of relaxed and not fitting sleeves, but well, relaxed style of sleeves. Yeah, that's probably my main project. Yeah, we shall see, but this is something that probably will be on my needles for a while, so yeah, anyway, that's number one. I started that last year, sometime at the autumn. And this next project is something, it's actually crocheted. I started it in spring of last year, and it's a granny stripe blanket. A few years back, I think the whole knitting world or crafting world were making them, and I started maybe 3 of these and finished none. One of them my mother finished for me and then gifted it to me. Then one I got, it was just something like, okay, maybe a little bit bigger, something like this, and then the cat got it. I don't know, it became so blue. Because I wanted like a rainbow or something, and I don't know, I something happened, and I'm not even sure where that is at the moment. So yeah, and now this one, I've made some rules. I started it because I wanted to use leftovers for something, so that they don't just sit there and, I don't know, wait for end of the world or something. So I started putting them into a granny stripe blanket. And then I decided that I want to make it only with the yarns that I've dyed myself. And then the problem started, because I realized I don't dye that much yarn, but I wanted it to be really, really colorful and everything, and it I felt silly, it felt silly that it was a scrap yarn project, and now I would have to start dyeing yarn for it. So it felt like this was not the I don't know. And I thought that it's okay if it's in a progress a long time, it doesn't matter, and the point would be only that I have something that eats the scrap yarn. But I'm not good with projects sitting around too long. So here we go. I have been dyeing yarn just for this. But now I'm thinking I would like to knit one row, and I'm not too active with weaving ends. There are some of the like back and forth, or so if I would crochet one of these in a day, then maybe in May or well, sometime in springtime this would be finished, and I could put some border in it. I thought that maybe the border could be something that I have not dyed myself. But that would mean I counted actually, or weighed, that one round is approximately 6 grams of yarn. This is, so with this type of yarn it would be 6 grams. So 100 grams of yarn would be enough to make like 16 rows, and that's half a month. So I need 200 grams yarn per month if I'm going to go with this one stripe per day. So here we go. I have, at the moment, I started this in the beginning of January. I've knitted maybe that much, and I'm going to stick with it, but that means I have to dye yarn or buy yarn or do something. But here we go. So January's knitting would be something from here to here, I think. Not bad. However, well, I can insert a picture about the yarn that I have left for this, and it's not much. So yeah, there must be, yeah, I need more yarn. So that scrap project didn't, yeah, I didn't plan. I mean, what kind of, it's not scrap project anymore, is it? So yeah, good for me. Anyway, well, I'm going to have a nice blanket at some point. I thought somewhere when the year was changing that I've been knitting quite a lot for myself, and I've been that way almost always. I don't knit a lot for other people, or they have to be really close and dear and everything. And most of the time, if someone asks, could you knit me something, the answer would be no, because that's not how it goes, or I don't know. Because you have to like it. I don't want it to turn into a job or something that I don't want to do. So I only knit for the people that I really want to knit. So yeah, but greetings from the editing table. There was a whole 4 minutes ramble about how I changed my mind and how I decided I would actually like to knit a bit more for some people in my life, and how some of the projects are planned from the beginning for someone and some just go to a gift basket and the receiver is decided later, and how this is such a convenient way of getting rid of scrap yarn. And finally, how the next project I'm showing is something that is going to the gift basket and that actually also uses scrap yarn. So the next project is yeah, tube scarf. This is also 100% merino wool, and the yarn is all is not all. That gray one is not something that I dyed, but everything else is. And yeah, I'm planning to just add them to be, I don't know, few meters, and then garter stitch the ends together. And then I thought it would be nice if it go around the neck like 2 times. So it's going to be a quite warm and rather colorful. Yeah, here's a picture of the yarn I have for this, and I don't actually know how long will it be with this yarn, if it's going to be too long if I put everything in, or is it going to be too short. But I'm going to see how it goes, and yeah, then improvise like I usually do. But yeah, I think it looks nice so far. I don't really have plan what would be a good arrangement of the colors, but I don't know, time will show. I'm knitting it with I think these are Knit Pros, and this is 3.25, I want to say. And yeah, it's not interchangeable, and actually the one is broken, so if I'm going to pull, it's gonna go off. I haven't yet had the opportunity or time or the energy that you need to buy glue and glue it back, but you can still use it if you are careful when you are pulling your needles. So that's something that I've been knitting maybe 2 months or something. Okay, the last one. This is the grand project of a scrap project. Do you know when you have so little amounts of yarn that you really don't know where to use it? Like, I don't know, talking about 1 meter or 2 meters or something. And I feel bad throwing that away. And I've been thinking for a while, and I've been throwing them away because I don't know if that's wasteful then, but it's difficult. However, now I decided that I'm going to make ultimate scrap yarn, kind of like pillowcase, or not for sleeping but to a decorational pillow for your couch or something. And also I added 2 what's it called, like test knits when you are testing your gauge. So here it is. I'm not sure, I really am not sure if I should even be showing this because it's well, I want, it's almost scrappy, it looks weird, but yeah, here it is. And I'm thinking it's too colorful even for me. I mean, I don't know, this looks like something like, I don't know, child made. So I think the new plan would be that this would be something that cats will get. And look how nicely I've weaved in all the ends. But yeah, I'm actually thinking that I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, then maybe with, I don't know, some yarn. I'm not sure if I'm going to just weave in the ends, but I would kind of like to knit something to this other side too, because otherwise even the ends weaved in, it will just look bad. So the new plan, if it's not going to be a pillowcase or whatever the actual good word would be, this could be a hammock for a cat, because why not? I have 2 cats. They like their knits. If I abandon some of my knits, shirts, whatever, if I don't use them anymore and I'm not going to gift them to any or recycle them, then the cats will get them because they, I don't know, but they just love wool things. They are warm and nice to them as well. So I'm thinking that this could hang under chair. Maybe I have to put here a picture about kind of type of chair I'm thinking. So yeah, because I'm such a professional, I am making a cat's hammock. Yeah, I don't know, so I don't take myself too serious. I don't think anyone should take themselves or other people too serious. It makes life complicated. Okay, there are my works in progress. I'm going to show shortly some of my recent finished objects, and then some yarn. So I made this. This is my yarn that I dyed. It's a headband. I think the color is pretty nice. I actually made a pair of socks with this as well, and it's good in autumn and spring when it's not that cold but not that warm either. And I don't know, I think my ears are somewhat delicate, so I'm probably not, I don't feel cold anywhere else but my ears and maybe my forehead, so this is good. It's just a tube, actually. It's really easy to make. And then I needed a smaller tube and just I think I Kitchener stitch, oh my god, used a Kitchener stitch, and then also with few stitches it's kind of sewed in, so it won't, you cannot remove it, because I didn't see the point of that. And I put the seam of this tube in there, so there's that. So yeah, so really pleased with that. Then I wanted a cowl. I think they are kind of a thing now, or have been for a while. So I made one. The yarn is Novita 7 veljestä. That is a Finnish brand. It's a kind of rusticy yarn. It's also sort of a sock yarn, so 75-25. And it's really durable. It's really good basic yarn. It may be even I don't know, I think some people find it maybe even boring and too I don't know, but I think it has its uses. So I've used like natural white and black. This is my pattern. It's I was going or I was after kind of like a dog's tooth, and I think I did pretty well. I'm gonna put it in the screen. Anyway, it's not the basic rib, it's something else. But yeah, I really like it. It's really warm. I actually thought that I could have made it even a little bit smaller needle. I think this is made with 3 point something, but if it would be made with 2 point something, it would be even more stiff. And if you would like to felt it, then it would be even more windproof, which was the thing that I was going for. So I haven't felted it yet. I actually don't own a felting needle or other device for that. But that's, and I'm not actually sure. This is not probably the best yarn for felting, but if you have the needle, I think pretty much everything woolen will felt, superwash or not, but it takes a little more work. Yeah, anyway, I really like this pattern though. I'm fancying making some garments with this, maybe I don't know, a jacket or even a skirt or something. And I haven't put the pattern anywhere, but I'm weighing that. I don't know, maybe if someone watched this, then please let me know what you think. But I'm really pleased with it. I think it turned out pretty nicely. I was thinking that made with a smaller needle, it would be, of course, the pattern would be a little bit smaller. So I think that would be also nice looking thing to do. Or then I'm just going to have to alter the pattern a little bit to make it look smaller with this size of needle and yarn. But anyway, that's something to think of. yeah. Then very recently I finished a sweatshirt, and it was quite a saga how I get here to have this finished object here. The yarn is something that I dyed. It's a sock yarn, 75-25, really basic sock yarn. Actually it's not Novita but something else, but really similar to Seitsemänveljestä. It's really well, not really, but rather rustic, but I would say it will go pretty much forever. I started it with a drops pattern. I cannot remember what, and it doesn't matter because I started it from here, and it was a rounded thing, and my gauge was off, so it was, and there was actually another yarn. It was green, and then it was also my dye, and then it was supposed to be yellow from here to bottom of it, but it was wrong size. It was really wavy, and despite of that I knitted it to the hem and almost all of the other sleeve, and then I decided it's not going to work. The colors didn't go well together, and it didn't look pretty. Yeah. So I took it off, all of the green yarn, and I had one sleeve and the hem, and I decided to knit another sleeve or both sleeves, but I left them like open-ended from somewhere here, and then took another pattern, or I checked few patterns from drops to try to find something with this at least close to similar gauge, but it was difficult because I think this yarn asks for 4 or 5 millimeter needles, but I used those 3.25, I think, so I got pretty weird gauge, I think. So I have had to do some mathematics with it, but I'm quite pleased how it worked out, and I went with raglan sleeves after all, and yeah, and I think, I'm not sure, but I think in drops patterns it's not too often that they have short rows in a neck, or anyway here, and I found that I really need those short rows because I'm really sensitive of this area, and if the shirt is too high it feels uncomfortable. Yeah, so yeah, I added short rows and counted how I should yeah, do the raglans, and then also with the collar I knitted like 4 rows, and then I did to here also some short rows, so I started go back from here and went to here and then turn again and made maybe 5 or 6 rows like this, so it's higher from the back and from the sides than it's from the front, and the idea would be exactly that it wouldn't rise up so high, and I think it worked out pretty well. And then I finished the sleeves, and it was really a good thing I didn't make them at the first place, because when I was fitting the shirt without this part, well, of course they kind of hanged lower, and when I had these raglan stuff done, they came up like maybe even 5 centimeters or something. So yeah, but here I go. It is a nice, really warm shirt. Yeah, I started it at the autumn. My idea was that this would be a nice autumn color to have. Then it didn't work out, and I stuffed it to a closet and thought that I'm going to finish that sometime when I have the energy to do all that math stuff. But here it is. I also have some yarn left over of this. I think it's pretty nice yarn. And I would say this is a repeatable colorway, although you maybe can see that this is, for example, a little bit lighter than this one. But I was experimenting. It was not the point to make like really identical skeins of yarn. But anyway, I can make, and I think I have still these. I have more. I have these, and then maybe 2 skeins more. So I can make at least, if I want to matchy socks for myself. Maybe, I don't know, I don't think this is a good yarn for hat because it might be a bit too scratchy for me. Although I kind of like the idea that you would have kind of an outfit with the shirt and hat and socks and what have you. But maybe with some other yarn and with some other time. Oh yes! Okay, I'm going to show some socks. I guess I'm going to start with these. The yarn is oh, yes. Here's Astrid, and yes, she really likes woolen things, and especially yarn balls. And I'm keeping my well, that to be a tube scarf things in this kind of bag, and all the yarn is well, balls. They are leftovers that I've, yeah, anyway. It's really appealing to Astrid. Yeah, she goes, well, Frodo also, my other cat, they both go and steal the yarn and play with it. So yeah, that's your hobby then, isn't it? Yeah, that's your hobby. I don't know, I don't mind too much. You have to have hobbies. They're not too rascals to be cats. They don't drop stuff from shelves or I don't know, destroy things. I don't know, it's kind of a cat-like thing to do, to play with a yarn ball, I think, at least in a, I don't know, really 50s traditional way of thinking, maybe. I've knitted a sock tube to be maybe 2 pairs of children's socks. It's a long one, or well, not that long, but this is maybe 100 grams of yarn, and I'm thinking I can make 2 pairs of it, of quite little children's socks. The yarn is I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's raggi. It's Järbo garn, and I think, what are these? It's 70% wool and 30% polyamide, and I have to say it's a really durable yarn. It's commercial yarn, and I have used it once before. I made mittens for myself, actually with this exactly same yarn, and they were, I mean, yeah, this color is nice, but it's really I don't know, maybe a bit more suited for I don't know, someone else than me, maybe for a little girl or a little boy, or someone who really likes My Little Pony, or I don't know. I'm not saying I don't like My Little Pony, but maybe not in my mittens. So I ended up dyeing those to be purple. I go get them. So I've knitted these. Okay. Yeah. I've knitted these with that same yarn and dyed them to be purple, and they are maybe 2 or 3 years old, and I've used them a lot, and there's not much sign of peeling. Well, of course a little bit, but it's really warm, it's really durable. I don't know, it's a good yarn, I would say, and really soft and nice to knit. And I'm thinking if it would be a good yarn for a hat, and I'm not sure, maybe I wouldn't say it's scratchy, but it's not the softest either. However, really nice yarn that will probably last, and that's nice always. So I have ordered this same yarn in a color black to make heels, toes and cuffs, and I also have this leftovers, and I don't, it's not much, but maybe I try if I can put this into maybe a cuff, so that I don't know, that it would look similar, but we shall see. Maybe this just ends up to a cat hammock, who knows. Anyway, they are going to be gifts for someone. Then with the yarn that I took off from that yellow shirt, that green yarn, I made socks. There's not heels yet, and I dyed this brown yarn, and I have some more of it, so the heels will be with that color. I don't know, I really like this too. I mean, it's nice green, but in my opinion, well, yeah, I don't know, I just felt that it didn't go well with it. I don't know, it doesn't look so bad now that I'm looking at it, but anyway, I think it's better this way. Yeah, so here are some gift socks for someone. Then there are one socks that are already finished, and they are really scrap yarn socks. This is, I think, Cascade Heritage, some colorway. This is something I dyed. It's some sort of sock yarn. This is actually Stranded Dye Works flamingo legs, and I think it's cashmere nylon, wool cashmere nylon, so it's really soft. And this in top here is also Amy's yarn or Stranded Dye Works, but I really can't remember the colorway. And I've had these yarns for a while, So yeah, and I've even put in a little note that says what is the size of the sock and how long is this in centimeters. So I don't know, maybe these are a bit bold, or well, depends who wears them. I would wear these, so we shall see. Someone is going to get those. Then third pair of socks from gift basket. This is actually the same yarn I made the cowl with, Novita 7 and there is not heels yet, and there is a little detail with the pearl stitches in the well, here, and I am really I mean, I might just make these to be my socks. I haven't yet gone through with that decision, but I don't know why I like this so much. They look a little bit sporty, don't you think? And also 7 veljestä socks will go for a long time, so yeah, and well, these are the last socks, and these are gifts to a certain person, and I cannot say who he is if he happens to watch this, because no one knows what people do these days. But yeah, there is not heels yet, but heel is going to be here, and it's going to be with this gray yarn. It's also Novita yarn called Venla. It's a little bit thinner than 7 veljestä, but I think it's a similar, like 75-25. Really durable sock yarn, but little bit thinner. Then I think this colorful yarn is something, it's my dyeing, but I think it was kind of a no dye left behind kind of a skein, because I sometimes, well, or every time when I'm dyeing yarn, there is always happy little accidents that there is colorful water somewhere, or dye powder somewhere where it shouldn't be. So I have one skein of, usually mini skein, and it's soaked in citric acid, and then I'm just going to use it like a rag or something, and the yarn will go, the dye will soak into that little skein, and it's going to be whatever it's going to be, and I'm pretty sure this is one of those skeins, so not bad. I don't think I can ever repeat it, but I don't know, not bad. And it's only one skein, so it's here in these 2 socks. And this yarn is also my dyeing. It is 100% merino wool. It's really soft actually, so I couldn't use it in the whole sock, but here in the cuff I think it's okay. And I really like this color. I think I could repeat it. So yeah, so gift socks to be gifted as a birthday present for a special person. Oh, actually there is 2 skeins. This is a skein of that yarn it's not a good representation. I don't know, I really like it. And again, if someone is watching this, I don't know, please let me know what you think. It would also make, if it would be a nice colorway in a sweater or a hat or a scarf, I think. Well, why not in a sock, but the 100% merino is not maybe the best option for socks. But anyway, the color I think is really nice. Yeah, that's my socks. And then I thought I'm just going to quickly sew some yarn that I dyed. Well, this is in my hand. It's the same sock yarn, 75-25. It's really My Little Pony, I think, and it's really experimental. But I don't know, like, why not? If this is ooh. Okay, I'm recording. I have like ticking time bomb here, and now I have a cat upon it. Yeah, so I don't know, for socks, why not? For a little girl's dress. I haven't knitted anything with it yet, but I will have to try. I think it will look nice. It's I don't know, maybe a bit too dreamy for me. Here's Frodo, by the way, my other cat. But, and in a socks, why not? I think socks can be whatever colored, whoever is wearing them, or at least I wear whatever. So yeah, that's something, and it would be repeatable, but I'm not sure if I feel the need to repeat it. But anyway, then here is the same base. I think this is really pretty. I would like to make socks for myself or to a gift basket with this. It should be repeatable. I was actually going for a little bit more brown tone, but it's quite red. It's not as red as it's not as red as it seems in a picture right now, but it's quite red anyway. I made a pair of socks for a gift, and I was going for that colorway, so it was well, it was more brown than red. Maybe I keep trying, but it's not bad either. Then this is a thinner sock yarn, same amount of wool and nylon, 75-25. Oh, the color is not it's blowing off, or but yeah, I think this is really pretty. This could be something that I start the next project with, maybe socks for myself. I don't know, it's nice. Then these are pretty similar all together. This is 100% merino, and this is same sock yarn than the red one was. It's really how do you say it? Well, there's a lot of happening in these skeins. They end up being a bit more blue than I was going for, but I don't mind. These could probably end up being socks. Maybe like the well, to the heel or to ankle, from starting from the from toes with this yarn, and then the cuffs, or well, the rest of it with this. So they, I don't know, they could go together quite nicely. I feel like I've been talking like a, I don't know, I've been talking a lot. But yeah, that's what I'm making. That's what I've been doing. Yeah, so how do you like it? I don't know. Leave a comment. I suppose I'm recording another episode at some point. Well, I hope so anyway. Now that I've been talking so much, I realize that I'm so, like, I don't know, enthusiastic about it, but well, I really like knitting and doing stuff by myself. But yeah, I've been thinking of putting some yarn at some point to, ooh, here's Frodo, to sale, but we shall see. And also, I don't know, would be nice to make some, I don't know, maybe knitting patterns at some point, but yeah, I have my day job. Yeah, but the main point is just, I don't know, to be interactive, I guess. Yeah, or not, it's not my guessing, it is the thing. Yes, I think Frodo thinks that it is servants' time to serve their cats and not just be talking by themselves. Yeah, but if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Please leave a comment if you like, and be safe, and I don't know, hope to see you again. Bye bye.